Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So here is the 12 valve. I had a whole video for you guys from pulling it out of the Gen 2, but the footage got lost. I don't know where it went. Thought it saved to this card, but I think the SD cards are getting messed up. So yeah, lost all that footage. Here she is on the stand. And we're just gonna delve into it and see what she needs, how bad she is, see if my investment was worth it, which, looking at it real quickly, I don't quite think it might have been worth it. But this engine or truck had 63,000 miles on it, which at the time seemed possible. I figured, hey, it's truly possible that being Gen 2s, they rot out sitting in a sprinkler. They rust to the ground. So I figured, yeah, it's possible the whole body and everything's junk, but the engine will be 60,000. But since I got it out, I think it might be 163,000 or 263 or half a million. I don't know, because on further investigation, she's a little rusty. This was the wastegate to the turbo, and as you can tell, there's a hole in it. Yeah, not good, and doesn't seem much better the more you look at it. Heat pump stuff all looks okay, and then you get down to the solenoid for that controls basically everything, and you go, look there, that's pretty bad. Doesn't look too good either. I'm not sure if I can save that. I'm gonna try, but might get replaced. Jack into the bill. It's gonna get expensive, but other than that, you can see they tried to paint the block and kind of gave that half-ass job, in my opinion. It wasn't the greatest. I have a bunch of new parts for getting this thing, so this episode we're gonna try and get the turbo off. We're gonna get the manifold off. Probably pull the intake boot off. See if we can pull all the accessory drives off, because I have to still change the dowel pin. Probably pull the whole cover off, and then I'll advance the timing in it. The next episode I'll show you all the parts so far for the engine that's gonna get put on it, and we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll set up a time lapse for this and show you everything. We'll get right back to you. she is exactly how I thought it was gonna look. Old diesel sitting around, definitely is not a $60,000 mile motor. As you can see, we got a little rusty, little bit of rust right there. As you can see, can you see it? Woo! Not great. It's the same as here as I showed you before. What are you gonna do? It's, you know, you win some, you lose some, but I think it'll still be okay. I think clean it up a little bit and should still run. I mean, I ran and drove before, drove it in here, so I don't think it's a big issue. It's just not as clean as I was hoping for, but that's okay. The other thing is I'm probably going to have to get a new one of these, the fuel shutoffs, because you can see that's janky as well. I'm sure I could get a Hyman and then screw around with this little piece and try and get this apart, but it's really not worth it, at least for me. So I might as well just buy another part, buy another shutoff valve, slap the thing together, and then we'll be on my way. Here's the most part. I probably am just about done tonight. Probably screw around with it later. This thing, I gotta cut the bolts. As you can see, I tried, and they're rounded. But thanks to that girl way over there, I don't want to cut anything, because if I get the thing in the air and they end up on his truck, I'll be dead by tomorrow. So, not gonna do that. We'll do that probably a later date. Might probably pull the engine out side tomorrow. Do it then. We'll just clean up, because I plan on pressure washing and degreasing it outside, cleaning it all up real nice. Probably just cut the bolts out outside, and then after that, it's pretty much good. We're about all I need to do. The injector lines are gonna stay for now. I probably eventually want to do the injectors themselves. I'll replace the lines to them as well. I was gonna take this off, and then I realized it was probably in good condition. Just leave it there, it's really not a big deal. After we degrease it, we'll pull the front cover off. See where that sweet dowel pin is, where it always falls apart and detonates 12 valves like in a millisecond. But we'll look at that, fix it. Gotta cut a tab, because for some reason people want $30 for a little tab that you can make yourself. So I'll cut one up, drill a hole, plug it, Loctite it, bam, done. But we'll get this thing done and pull that off. I'll have to order another oil pan and a little cleanup, coat of paint. And Project Big Red is off the ground. I would say it's running, but it's really like a slow turtle. It's like Fasty the turtle. It's, you hope it's going quick, but it's really it's going slow. Plan for this is to get this all with the speed parts, all the new parts. I want it all together this weekend, and then depending on how that little gem gets done. Anthony's been, he's got 2 kids, so he's always busy. But depending on when that thing gets done, then we can bring in the Big Red into here, because it takes up the whole entire garage. That's what we call it, Big Red. She's big. So we'll pull it in there, and then we can pull out the big block, the transcooler, transmission. We can pull all that stuff out, and then get started throwing that thing in there, which I think will go pretty well. The other thing is that we're going to eliminate, for now, the intercooler setup. Either find or make the crossover pipe that can go straight to the turbo. Lot simpler. Unlike the Cummins, the OBS trucks, the front ends are just, they're too narrow. And even with that one, I don't think the intercooler is gonna fit too great with it. So we're just gonna, for now, straight bypass it. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's the Cummins. So we're doing progress. We're doing progress, guys. It's slow but smooth, Not everything's on perfect. Every single bolt basically fought me the whole entire way through. It didn't matter what I did. And as you see in the time lapse, a lot of heat. because that's the only way you can get all these bolts off. Even then, they still didn't really want to come off. You had to be really careful. But that'll be the end of this video. As always, keep it smooth, guys. I'll see you on the next one.